Start recording. Okay, looks like we have some issues with the streaming. We'll just go on with the cloud recording. Okay, let's get started with today's meeting. Good evening, everyone. Coming to the business session for today, we have quite a few updates. So, starting off with the division contest yesterday, we have Toastmaster Supreet and Toastmaster Balaji securing the first runners-up and second runners-up place in the contest yesterday. A big round of applause for them. They did exceptionally well. And also kudos to Udang for organizing the contest and appreciate and doing the all-round work for the same. He's been constantly taking everyone's support as much as he can and also trying to do the same on himself. So please give him a big round of applause. Then we have a spotlight coming up soon. I think it's around May 28th or 29th. The link will be sent to you shortly in the group. Please do register for the same. And the role take and coming to the VP education part of it, next week we have two speech slots booked by Ritik and Rashmi. Both will be the icebreakers. So good luck to them. Then Mekon Communication Club was awarded the Spirit of 121 for winning 5 plus DCP points. I think we deserve 2 Spirit of 121 because we had 10 DCP points. Okay. Then also we won Spirit of Cosmic Q from Division C for being active and achieving maximum possible award. I think no doubt about it. I think we are the one who deserves it. So it's been a brilliant thing. That's all from the business session. Yes, sir.
Toastmaster Balaji is here. He didn't hear an applause for a special one for him. We joined little late. I think his winning deserves a special mention, and we should do it in his presence. Balaji did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Keep it going.
Thank you so much, sir. So sweet of you. Thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you. I think the sergeant can take over now. Toastmaster Rishabh.
Yes. So inspiration plus motivation equals transformation. I was actually pretty confused with both the words, inspiration and motivation. I thought it's the same. I'm pretty sure everyone would have thought it's the same. But then I had to Google it up and then pay attention. I'm gonna just tell you the difference in a snap. So inspiration is something that is inside of you. Inspiration inside INS. Just remember this. Just get this tag and then remember it's something that you feel from inside of you. And motivation is something that you feel outside of your body. For example, if you take any action regarding the inspiration and thoughts, it's actually motivation. So for this, I'll explain it with a very relevant example. During this lockdown, actually, I was very much inspired to work out and get all those biceps, abs, chest, whatever. I did make plans. I made a very good diet, and everything worked out very well. I had to plan. I had a very good zeal within myself to start working out. I had a very good aura around me, and I was very pumped up. So this is all about inspiration. It's just regarding your thoughts and anything and everything that is within your body. And motivation is something that gets converted into actions. Basically, me, when I would have had worked out, that's actually something regarding motivation. And me lacking motivation is again another reason that it's not going to get converted into action or whatever you had planned for. So this is the basic difference between motivation and inspiration. And I'm pretty sure if you have both of it, you're on the track, and I think it's very well to do. And to talk more about this, today we have a very young, a sweet-hearted CA, and he loves to go on road trips and especially on his bikes. He does a lot of vlogging. And so, yes, please help me welcome our acting president, Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rishabh, for that wonderful and warm introduction. So, good evening, everyone. We do not have any guests for today, so let's just move past that. Can I request the Secretary Toastmaster Shashikant to read out the minutes of the previous meeting?
Hi, good evening all. Minutes of meeting number 1105 held on 12/4/2021. Theme: Food is Fuel. Business session started at 6:20 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Udanka. The regular meeting started at 6:28 p.m. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sanjana started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and handed over charge to President Toastmaster Udanka. Toastmaster Udanka opened the meeting and welcomed the guest, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremony, that is Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Master of Ceremony Toastmaster Sai Snehal spoke on the theme and introduced the role takers. Timer Toastmaster Gaurav, A-Counter Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, Grammarian Toastmaster Nakul, PPE Evaluator Toastmaster Udanka. The prepared speech session had a following speeches. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Shashikant, Level 2, Project 1, evaluated by Toastmaster Sandeep. And Speaker 2, DTM Subramanyam, Level 5, Elective, evaluated by DTM Yemi Bhatt. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Lalana. The general evaluation session was conducted by DTM AK Prabhakara. The winners of the week were Best Speaker DTM Subramanya, Best Evaluator DTM Yemu Bhatt, Best Table Topic Speaker Toastmaster Vara Prasad. The President concluded the meeting at 8 p.m. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shashikant. Do we have any amendments to this? Okay. If not, let's just get on. With this, I open meeting number 1106. Now the theme, motivation plus inspiration is equal to transformation. It looks like an equation that's been picked up from the math textbook, but indeed, it's an equation for life. Going with the bare definition, motivation is giving reasons for people to act, and inspiration is where the person reaching to a point where he wants to act. That is the difference between motivation and inspiration. Motivation has always been an external source of pulling power, while inspiration being the driving force. As kids, we must have all been motivated to study and score well in exams just because we were promised that we would get a reward for our performance. That is the effect of motivation, an external factor that helps us to do better. While inspiration is something we feel from the inside, something that drives us without expecting any reward, but just for the sole purpose of becoming a better and bringing about a change within us and around us. If motivation is the spark plug which ignites you, then inspiration is the fuel that keeps you going. I have observed that motivation helps with only for a short term and fades away soon after. You see a motivational quote or a video and you're pumped to do the task. Instantly, but soon after, the motivation just fades down and drops after a while. But when you're inspired to do something because you want to do it and not because someone gave you a reasons to it, that is when you're truly inspired to do something. But what happens if you bring one internal driving factor and one external driving factor together? What happens then? It's a deadly combination and it brings something we all want. A change, a transformation, a feeling that marks the start of something new, which will help us look at things in a new angle, and which will make you stronger than ever. If you have the motivation to get started and inspiration to get moving, you will need nothing else. Just like the MC for today, Not just because he chose the theme, but it's also something he lives by. He started off his career by graduating in one field and kept on hopping from one field to another. He's motivated to learn something different, and and this is what inspired him to learn more. The MC for today is a BCom graduate and is currently pursuing his paralegal course. He is a certified lay counselor. He has previously worked in cost accounts department, administration in electrical fields, and he's also worked in financial services and is currently working in estate planning. I'm pretty sure he needs the motivation and inspiration to keep switching from so many fields. He's a Toastmaster who is young at heart and takes up every role as a challenge. Please welcome the Toastmaster Vijay Upendra as a Master of Ceremonies for today.
Thank you, Sai Snehal, for your expressive introduction. What is motivation? What is inspiration? What is transformation? Good evening, Toastmasters. Welcome guests. Of course, guests are not there. This is a customary practice that we do. Motivation is that which induces action. Inspiration is action with creative ideas and feelings. Transformation is process of changing. This is all said and done. Everyone can Google out, study books, everything is okay. Can anyone tell me the practical application or the implementation of all the three? A practical example which we use in day to day. Every day we use that. This is just a clue that I am giving to you all. Okay, let me explain. All of us use automobile, two-wheeler or four-wheeler. The ignition or the starter button stands for motivation. Starter button only starts the vehicle. It doesn't move at all. You have to see the engine as well as the transmission part of it and the fuel. That is what inspiration is all about. With motivation and inspiration, there is a transformation, meaning thereby the transportation of one's own self from one place to another place. This is a combination of all makes a person to reach the goal. That's what the main theme of today's meeting is all about. Now, since there are no guests, the customary practice I would like to deviate a little bit. Taking the cue as motivation, we come to Toastmaster Club as a guest, attend a couple of meetings, get motivated, then we become speaker. After giving speeches, we get into mode of communicator, good communicator. That is by inspiration it is possible. Finally, we become leader. That means it is transformation. That's how it really works out to be as far as the Toastmaster is concerned. That is the reason I joined Toastmaster after studying the entire group as such. For a customary practice, referring Ralph C. Smedley, he started Toastmasters International way back in the 1924 in YMCA, Santa Ana, California. Has a worldwide presence, presently having more than 360,000 members across 145 countries, has more than 16,200 membership clubs. Typical Toastmasters meeting has three parts. Prepared speech session, where the speaker is given time to prepare a speech on a subject of their choice by adhering to guidelines of the Pathway Manual. Second is a table topic session to develop impromptu skills, where speakers are chosen at random and given a topic to which they have to respond immediately. Third is the evaluation session, where the speeches and proceedings of the meeting will be evaluated by evaluators. To help me in conducting the meeting, we have 4 role takers for the evening, and I request them to explain their roles. Timer, Toastmaster Sharanya Murthy. Over to you, Sharanya Murthy.
Good evening to everybody. I'm Sharanya. I'm a new member to the club. Very glad to be here, and I'm taking this role of timer for the first time. And I think I would be keeping a track of everybody's speech, and will be summarizing at the end of the session. Is that it? Over to you, MC.
Thank you, Sharanya Murthy. Our counter Toastmaster Rashmi.
Good evening, Toastmaster. Myself, Rashmi. As a counter, my job is to note down the crutch words like well, is, something which is repeated in this speech. That is about my nature of job. Thank you all. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. Grammarian Toastmaster Nakul.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Grammarian pays close attention and listens carefully to the language used by the speakers. Grammarian also encourages good use of language and takes note of not so good or incorrect grammar usage. Word of the day is ebullient, meaning cheerful and full of energy. Some examples are: she sounded ebullient and happy. He was ebullient over the reception of his novel. He is ebullient with enthusiasm. Good luck for using the word today. Back to MC.
Thank you, Nakul. PP Evaluator Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Good evening, everyone. There are certain rules and guidelines which we all must adhere to so that we have a very smooth flow of meeting. As a PP evaluator, I'll be making note that no one speaks about sex, religion, or politics. Kindly keep your video at all times unless you have any issues. If you want to leave any of the meeting, please leave a message and also try to leave between the transitions of one speaker to another so that there's no disturbance occurring. I'll give my report during the general evaluation. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra.
Thank you, all role takers. Let us begin with the first session of the evening. The speaker is attempting level 2, project 2, speech title being, "What is my label?" I request individual evaluator Toastmaster DTM AK Prabhakara to read the project guidelines.
The purpose of this project is for the member to identify. Am I audible? The purpose of this project is for the member to identify his or her primary leadership style or styles. The speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her primary leadership style or styles and discuss leadership styles in general. The member will deliver a well-organized speech about some aspects of leadership styles. The member may choose to speak about his or her own leadership style or leadership styles in general and their aspects. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. The speech should not be a report on the content of the Understanding Your Leadership Style project. Over to Master Sir, Ms. Toastmaster Vijay Upendra.
Thank you, DTM AK Prabhakara, sir. The speaker is BE graduate working with Robert Bosch as embedded software engineer, associated with Gnanavi Rural Development Trust, and also works for development of government schools. His hobby is listening to speeches. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome first speaker of the evening, Toastmaster Varaprasad, onto the virtual stage.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. How is my video? Is it okay? I can walk it out. Thank you.
It is okay.
ಊಟ ಬಲ್ಲವನಿಗೆ ರೋಗವಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾತು ಬಲ್ಲವನಿಗೆ ಜಗಳವಿಲ್ಲ. This is a famous proverb in Kannada. It simply means who knows how to talk will have no fights, who knows how to eat will have no sickness. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, communication can only be effective if it is received, understood by the recipient. The one who mastered what to talk, when to talk, how to talk, can communicate with others in a way that it is comfortable and effective, which is basically the communication style need to use in interactions which can lead to win-win situations for both. The Toastmaster framework defines 4 communication styles. Number 1, direct, the one who focused, result-oriented, ambitious, and they appear strong-willed and demanding. 2, initiative, the one with this style is more social, enthusiastic, spontaneous, ebullient, and to others they may appear as self-assured, innovative, or more persuasive. Also, he may be perceived as someone who loves to talk than listens due to the gregarious nature of them. Third one is analytical style, the one who is exact, looks for details, logical or precise, someone systematic and task-oriented. They may appear sometimes as a perfectionist and self-oriented or self-reliant. The final style is supportive, the one calm, steady, approachable, listen, and for others, they may appear as a dependable, loyal, someone as indecisive, sometimes as indecisive. Initiative as an emerged as my primary style, closely followed by supportive style and direct style, and also favor of analytical with minimum score in my evaluation in Toastmaster, as well as insights, a discovery of personal profiling from insights. Yes, I agree. I am a more of initiative guy. I also agree to the label attached to me that someone who loves to talk. It reminds me one of my assessment session I had for a target management position. As an interview, the discussion is about my professional journey, understand my initiatives, explain about contributions, achievements with the tangible results. I was so happy when I came out from that meeting. I was excited as I could answer all the questions, elaborate, explain, and express myself with all details. But the result surprised me. I was really appreciated for motivation, initiatives I've taken, and are also innovative in approaches. But the results, I could not establish my achievements and tangible results to precise. The interviewers are not convinced with the tangibles I put across. Followed feedback session was a big eye-opener for me that I was over enthusiastic, not paid much attention to establish facts and figures, specifically our tangible results. I think I overused my primary style, elaborated explanations, but a balanced switching between supportive, like active listening, and an analytical, like precise details and tangibles, would have definitely benefited me there. So understanding different communication styles can radically improve the quality of discussions you have and also build relationships. Recently, one of my associates from Team A pinged me and wanted to have an urgent meeting. She was angry and frustrated, want to change team immediately. I had quick call and I listened calmly to her and informed her we can review and consider a request. However, persuaded her to discuss again in a future meetings with the full details. Meantime, our project manager also called me to complain about her that she is not cooperative in a team. Parallelly, I went and discussed with the senior members in a team A and tried to understand the complete situation. In our next meeting, we discussed complete task details, progress of it, and the task schedules for upcoming delivery, and also elaborated in precisely about purpose and importance of the upcoming delivery. The core conflict was the frequent switching of tasks. Her interest was to continue current task, but the trigger point is a PM asked her to stop that immediately and take up a different task without much deliberations on it. To ensure project moving, I asked the Team B associate to support on a new task and I let her continue with the current task and informed her to take a discussion of change in a future upcoming months. Here I would like to ask you all, in this example, what was the communication style my PM used here? Can you quickly? Yes, it is direct. What was the style it would have helped him more? I had a good balance between a supportive and a direct styles, along with the direct style, and explaining the details and persuade her would have helped him, a project manager. Coming to me as a DGM, in this occasion, what was my communication style I used? And what is different styles I switched it? Can anybody unmute and share? Yeah, I started with supportive and then switched to analytical, use little bit of direct and back to supportive again to make sure it continues and our interest also taken up for discussions. My evaluation with insights and Toastmasters and also my discussion with current coach in my organization motivated or understood and appreciate the need for different communication styles and started practice different styles consciously by myself. For any effective communication, it is necessary to get in sync with the communication style of the person you interact or people you interact. Need to develop the ability to recognize and respond suitably to other person's styles. I'm sure the importance of communication styles we discussed motivated you and me as well. And my quick examples or experience I shared also inspired you and me to take up our transformation journey in communication style. I started my journey. What about you? If not, it's a time to start. Back to MC.
That was a wonderful speech, Varaprasad. Combination of various communication styles, depending on the real situations, definitely gives the better results. Wonderful. Now, let us. The second speaker is attempting DTM project final speech. Titles of speech is Area Event Tour. I request individual evaluator, Toastmaster DTM MU Bhatt, to read the project guidelines.
Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters, this is a DTM speech, the final speech of the pathway for the both the pathways put together. And the purpose statement reads as, the purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate his or her skills as a leader and a public speaker. The purpose of this second speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience in completing the project. Time 8 to 10 minutes. The timer, please note, it is not 5 to 7, it is 8 to 10 minutes. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM MU Bhatt, sir. The speaker is pursuing his engineering course in City Engineering College with computer science as elective. He is a passionate photographer and aiming to become wildlife photographer, foodie, and likes to go on trips. Triple Crown and Pathkeeper winner, past secretary, VPPR, VPM, VPE, and current president of Mekong Communication Club, and also area director of C3. Ladies and gentlemen, help me with a big round of applause to welcome second speaker of the evening, Toastmaster Udanka Arun Jain, onto the virtual screen.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, for that introduction. Before I start, am I clearly audible and visible?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Thank you, sir. Timer, you can start my timings now. Perfectionist cannot be aimed by everyone and achieved by everyone at all point of time. But if we start chasing the perfection, we will definitely end up in excellence. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. This quote I embedded myself when I took charge as an area director in the month of July 2020. I started working really hard on implementing this quote in myself. And I deeply embedded in this quote inside me when I took over the project, the DTM project. My DTM project was the area contest of my area, C3, which had 1 corporate club, 1 community club, and 3 college clubs. I was all set to start off my area. I had all plans to do what, how to do, when to do, whom to select for this, everything. But luck did not give my hand. The date, what I had decided months ago, did not give me. We had an issue with the college club's payment, and we had no members for participating in the club level so that they can come on to the area level. Then I had to look out for that first, then do my area contest. Taking that into consideration, I had to postpone the area contest from the date I have decided to 3 weeks later, a very neck to neck with the division level competition. Now, you guys must be wondering, just organizing a contest is similar. Get the judges, call them, ask them to come join the meeting, get the role takers as we do in a regular meeting, and ask the participants to give their speeches and go. With that, we'll be done with the contest. Yes, listening to this, it sounds similar. It's very easy, but working on it is really tough. When we come to a club contest, we have a couple of members putting in your hand to help us out. But when it comes to area contest, I need to pick up a right person from 5 different clubs who can help me out with this, because this is a district event which will be recognized in a more louder way. So I had to choose my team wisely here. First, I chose the first person who I completely trust on in Toastmasters. That's the VP of our club, Sai Snehal. I just gave him the role of assigning and helping me out with the role takers for this thing. Then, as you all know, the judges are anonymous. and cannot be given out known to the audience present. So I had to choose a chief judge who could help me out with this. Again, a question came to my mind: whom? Experienced Toastmaster. I should have a. They should be a trained judge of District 121 this year because it's a newly formed district, and they should not do partiality to any one of them. Looking into this consideration, I had a couple of members coming into my mind. But finally, I chose another member from our own club, the Chief Judge Lalana Murthy ma'am. She was also a trained judge from the district judging program, which was held in November. So I could completely trust her and give her that opportunity. And she had the experience in Toastmaster much than other members have. And she had completed her experience in the guidance of many DTNs. So I could, on that point, rely on her and give her the opportunity of the chief judge. I had another twist here. The chief judge, the voting judges mainly cannot be from our area or our division for that matter because of the rule book which is mentioned. So Lala ma'am was finding it tough to find out the judges on her own. So I had to pitch in there also. So for looking out at the judges, that was a major obstacle for me. The day I postponed was a long weekend and a major festival for the Hindu region coming up. So here I had many problems looking out for judges. People used to say, I know I'm traveling this time. No, I'm occupied with other work. I'm occupied with that, this. Because it was a long weekend and the reason was simple. They're traveling back to my hometown. This was very disappointing to me because we were just 7 days behind this area contest and I had only the chief judge and two or three role takers assigned to the contest. I thought now the time has come where I work really hard day and night for this area contest. I started working really hard. I know how much I've messaged people around across all 4 or 5 clubs, asking for role takers, asking for the confirmation from the speakers of the club level winners, then sending out the documents what they need, taking back the documents of the eligibility criteria of both participants and judges. All I started working on really hard. 3 days back, 3 days before the contest, I was ready with all the things. Tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, I had my area contest. And now, exactly 14 hours back, I get a call from one of the voting judges says, sorry, Udank, I am traveling and it's an emergency. I won't be able to attend the contest. I was in a dilemma. What should I do now? How can I fetch out for a person where I face a problem fetching out so many people? I took around 15-20 days. Where will I find one in next 3 hours? In fact, next 12 hours was a night. So I contacted my division director, district director to help me out. Thank God they helped me out and we got a person. I started quickly with the role takers briefing, contestants briefing, and the chief judge briefing was done last a day prior so that we have no disturbance in the day of contest. The day of contest was there, we had a smooth flow and the contest went on really well. We had a good number of speakers and a very eligible and a determined speakers won the contest and moved ahead to the division contest. This was overall preparation what we had. But the inspiration what I got to complete this particular project was in the last year and all thanks to COVID-19. Yes, you heard me right, COVID-19. As soon as the lockdown was announced due to COVID-19, I had nothing to do with my academics. I had nothing to do with my work, personal work, and I was completely free that I wanted to do something and I was super bored at my home at the lockdown. So I took up a decision talking to my mentor that I will start aiming for something so that I get a little bit recognition of that. My mentor, Toastmaster Sridevi, pushed me to take the Triple Crown Award, which was available that time. I started pushing myself for the Triple Crown Award, and trust me, within 2 months, I could achieve it. And this is the result of that Triple Crown Award. So as soon as I got this, I thought, yeah, I've achieved this. Why don't I try for the other final other goals? And the next pin the next award what I could see was the area this DTM pin. I spoke to my mentor and one of the senior Toastmaster of our club, that's DTM AK Prabhakara. They all gave me guidelines and pushed me towards it. All the motivation and the words from AK Prabhakara and the push from my mentor Toastmaster Sridevi was really acceptable for me and gave me a full-fledged push. With that, I took over the responsibilities of, I took up a determination saying that, yes, I am going to do the DTM as soon as possible. And again, the situation came to me such a way that I got many opportunities for that. I took up the opportunities. I gave my best in that. And today I'm here standing in front of you guys, giving my speech, a final speech towards my DTM journey. So I had many obstacles in my journey. I cannot say that though I have completed my DTM journey in a short span of time, I had many obstacles where I had to face on. But the push, the motivational speeches, what I got from the senior members really made me stand and withstand those opportunities and overcome those obstructions, withstand and overcome those obstacles. Trust me, DTM, as we see from the agenda or a poster, DTM journey is very easy. But when we come actually play on that, it's really tough. And to be on a lighter note, it's not that tough, not that easy. We have to work hard and give our best so that we get the award. And thanks to all the members who gave me this opportunity and pushing me to know what I am, a leader what I am, a communicator what I am. I would like to conclude this speech by saying one thing. We have many opportunities in front of us. Many of us grab the opportunities. Many of us grab the opportunities and we don't utilize it. And many of us, we want to utilize it, but we won't be able to grab it. So one last thing, always grab the opportunities what you have. Utilize it to 100% and you will get 100% of it. Because if you work, the opportunity will work. With that note, over to the Master of Ceremony. Over to you, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra.
Great speech, Udanka. Not to bog down by problems. Let problems come from all the directions. Solutions will come from me. That is the positivity that I observed in your speech. Good luck to you. With that, we come to an end of first session. Let's jump into the most exciting session of the evening, the table topic session.
Sir, your mic is mute.
Shall I start from the Udanka speech or how it is?
Sir, we could hear till the table topic session.
Okay, thank you. Our table topic master for the day is a director at a managed IT services company. He is into fitness, marathon runner, practices yoga. He is foodie. His favorite sport is Formula One. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome table topic master of the day, Prashant, onto the virtual stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, for that wonderful introduction. I welcome you all for today's table topic session. So we'll straight away start with our first topic. The first topic goes to our acting president, Sai Snehal. Recently, the CBSE 10th standard exams were cancelled. So can you please share your views about it? Sai, you're yeah.
So could you just repeat the topic? So the voice broke a little.
Yeah. recently, the CBSE 10th standard exams were cancelled. So what is your view about such measures?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and Table Topic Master. Recently, we all have come across this brilliant news, wishing we all were back there, helping us skip the 10th standard board exam. So I have a neighbor she's currently in her 10th standard. So the moment I read about the news, I went and the moment I got a chance to speak to her, I just asked her casually, how do you feel about the exams being postponed? She casually told me, it's a boon for me because the internal marks will be the one which will be counted for me, and I have done pretty well about it. But the toppers who feel that they need an exam to show their worth are actually crying because the internals are not up to their mark. So there's a mix of reactions around the same. But if you see the current scenario, sitting at home is the correct option to do. Going out and giving an exam just for sake of few marks and getting it to a higher level, I don't think it is worth the risk that they have to take. And more importantly, if you see kids, I recently read a news saying article where a 5th standard kid exchanged his face mask with another student because he liked the other student's mask and went back home. So with this kind of situation that we are at hand, it is better that we, it is a good decision that was taken by the CBSE that the exam should be cancelled and postponed, whatever has happened to that. Thank you, and back to Tabletop Kumar.
Thank you, Snehal, for sharing your wonderful views. Yeah. We'll move on to the second topic. Due to restrictions and social distancing, a lot of summer camps for the children have been put on hold or either cancelled. So what do you think the children should indulge in as an alternate? This topic goes to Toastmaster M.U. Bhatt.
Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, the question is asked whether the summer camp should continue or what is the effect.
Yeah.
Fellow Toastmasters, there is a saying that desperate situations call for desperate actions. You can't help, summer camps is the most critical area which can spread the COVID like anything. It is simply not, what is summer camp? Where people will be put together, there will be interactive sessions for children. There will be some lecture classes, maybe some do it together, some do it yourself activities and things like that. So children will come to close contact with each other, and it is a very fertile ground for spreading COVID. So the decision to not to have your summer camps is definitely given. It is definitely there is no alternative to that in my opinion. But then the question asked is, if there is no summer camp, what the children have to do anyway? So now the question is, summer camps, in my opinion, has been rather a recent invention or a development. In a city dwelling, we have grown up for last 70 years. We have never attended a single summer camp in our lives. So, but we are quite happy and contented, and we have been quite comfortable with ourselves. Of course, at the time we are moving with other children, there's a different matter. But here, the question is how the children should spend better time, how to spend their time, because there is summer holiday, there are no classes. For that, parents have to find out physical means. There are games available in the computer. There are some sessions, there are training courses, online training programs available. Maybe a summer camp can be just like we are arranging a online Toastmasters club. Why not online or a virtual summer camp? Even that can also be attempted. It's definitely feasible. So I would suggest that whatever the situation, physical summer camps should never be encouraged, and children, there are other means should be found out how to keep the children engaged and spend their timing productively. Back to Mr. Table Topic.
Yeah. Let's give a big round of applause. Thank you, Toastmaster M.U. Bhatt, sir. for sharing your views on this. Yeah, we'll move on to the third topic. Please share us your favorite book and also tell us why. This topic goes to Toastmasters Sharanya.
Good evening to one and all present here. The topic is my favorite book and why. One of my favorite books of all time is written by Paulo Coelho, that is The Alchemist. That is my favorite book is because the book starts with finding out as to what is that how do I explain? Okay, what is the understanding of treasure according to oneself? So I was very curious from the time I started to read the book. Initially it was a little boring. I was like, okay, what's happening? So I was about to give up. Then I thought, okay, let me push myself a little bit. Then I completed the book, and that's when I realized that the treasure is nowhere else but within yourself. So we end up doing this in our lives. Many a times we tend to look for treasure everywhere. We try to look that in our career, with our friends, loved ones, boyfriends, girlfriends, money, pleasure, and more. But we forget that the treasure that we are actually looking for is within ourselves. So we have to start looking out for treasure within ourselves, from ourselves. So yeah, that is why it's my favorite book. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, that was interesting, Sharanya. Yeah, so we move on to the fourth topic. Are you convinced about India's penetration level of renewable energy? Let me repeat the topic. Are you convinced about India's penetration level of renewable energy? This topic goes to Vijay Upendra, sir.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Definitely, we have yet to penetrate as far as the renewable energy is concerned. We have got only the conventional type of hydroelectricity and maybe other types of generation of electricity that we have harnessed till date. But renewable is something that we are yet to get into full scale as far as the India is concerned. Because a lot of education has to be done. Unless proper type of education is being done in that particular arena, people will not start using it. They do not know exactly what the benefit of it. All these things need to be explained, and the education should be in the forefront. With this, I would like to say that renewable energy, future is going to be that only. Because from the past 70 years, we have already used all natural resources, abused everything. Rest left is only renewable energy. It's always better to take it now, wake up, do the necessary things, take it forward the country positively. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Master of the Day.
Thank you, Vijay Upendra, sir. Thank you for sharing your views. Yeah, we move on to the next topic. Please tell us about your favorite sports personality and why. This goes to Toastmaster Rashmi.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
And fellow Toastmasters. My table topic is my favorite sports person.
Sports personality and why.
Okay, sport personalities. One sports personality is Sachin Tendulkar. He is my favorite cricketer, and I saw his one of his film that I forgot the film name. the Sachi the Billion Dreams, I think. He was very inspirational personality, even though he's not at all the height for running and all. He has not that much of height. For the sport personality, he was not that height he was having. He used to run in the water for increasing his speed, and he was very dedicated towards the sports. Day and night he used to practice. Then during he went on to depression time, where he was not able to be in the form. He worked very hard and come out of his depression. So he is my favorite cricketer. That is all about. Thank you, Toastmasters. Back to you.
That was wonderful, Rashmi. We got to know a lot of interesting things about Tendulkar, which I didn't know myself. Thank you for sharing. So this next topic is what is the biggest challenge you faced at work and how you overcome it? I repeat again, what is the biggest challenge you faced at work and how you overcome it? This topic goes to Toastmaster Shashi.
Good evening, table topic master, fellow Toastmaster, and yeah, that's it. There is no guest here. Yeah, what is the hurdle I faced in a workplace and how I overcome it, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 5 years back, I was an electrical site engineer, 5 to 6 years before. So there was one project going on. So I was a project site engineer, and in one of my client place, in a one of my colleague, he was a maintenance engineer in one of my client place. So suddenly what happened, he was about to take a leave, means he need a leave due to his personal reason. At that time what happened, suddenly there was a rapid maintenance going on. It was a steel plant, and the process of it is called plant. It was a steel industry. The processes of the industry in the steel industry, it is called as plant. So the rapid maintenance was going on, which is about 3 days of maintenance, where we have to do the maintenance and break, and as well as we have to attend a breakdown, and we should maintain a breakdown and future break to avoid the future breakdowns as well. At that time what happened, suddenly my boss gave this job to me, and I was not much familiar with the maintenance job, because there will be no detailed drawing, and in the maintenance and all it will be something messed up. So the continuous maintenance engineer who was present, he will know the better thing about it. So at that time I faced that, and I took it as a challenge, and we formed a team of 50 members, and that team was divided into 5 teams. 50 members team was divided into 5 teams. Each team has a 10 members, and we have make a lead for all the 5 teams, and I was overall leader for the team. And there was not much communication there, because the mobile was not allowed due to some security purpose. For any sort of communication, we have to move to the maintenance team, and I was the Spock. Spock means single point of contact. So I need to move to the maintenance office, and I have to do the coordination. That was a major critical role I have faced in my professional life till now. Still there is a much more to go. Still now what I remember, that was a difficult job I have faced, and I have committed, and I have delivered it very well, that so I got a appreciation from my company. That's it, table topic master, and back to you.
Oh, that was wonderful, Toastmaster Shashi. No, it was superb. Yeah, we move on to the next topic. Cricket are a pampered lot in our country, while other sports activity usually get a short shrift. Your views about it? This topic goes to Toastmaster Balaji.
Thank you so much for that wonderful topic, especially during the times of IPL. In India, we have a problem. I mean, I genuinely feel we have this problem. Every time we see something flourishing, we believe that is the reason for all the things not flourishing. Cricket is definitely a flourished sport in India. We love cricket. Now, don't make that the reason for other sports not coming up. You go to a few countries and ask them and talk to them about soccer. If we bleed cricket balls, they will break down football balls for you. That is the love that they have for their respective sport. Why is that Indians are always pointed, oh my God, this country only likes cricket? We love cricket and that's our personal choice. Why do we have to not like cricket to actually give that time to another sport? I will love cricket. I'm going to continue to love cricket. At the same time, I'm going to take this finger and point at everyone and the biggest finger towards the government, which is eating up all the funds at the 3-level process. The level that it should reach, the funds is getting eaten by the 3 levels. So clear out those 3 levels, pump funds into other sports, get some sports stars with a population of 1.3 billion. And look at the Olympic medals that we are winning. To all these wounds, there is a medicine called cricket. So please don't blame the medicine, fight the disease. This is more like our government imposing the night curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Useless. So think practical, grow the other sports, let the sport that is grown also stay like as it is. Back at the table topic, Master.
Yeah. Wow, that was wonderful, Balaji, for sharing your views. Yeah, we move on to the next topic. With all the virus around, there's a big hype on or a talk about having a great immunity and things like that to keep your internal fighting factor. So, what are the habits or what are the lifestyle habits that you inculcate? This topic goes to our grammarian Toastmaster Nakul.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I mean, today the talk of the town is about building great immunity. So what are your lifestyle habits that you have inculcated to have a good immunity?
Okay, thank you, Table Topic Master, and good evening, Toastmasters. The pandemic itself is, in my perspective, is an unknown factor without proper medicine or diagnosis with the doctors. Instead of like Balaji said, fight the disease, not the medicine. The immunity is a preventative way of fighting the disease and not really a direct method of becoming COVID free or something like that. So we should follow taking the precautions what has been given as a statistic by so many of the doctors across the country and across the world, and continue to do and living a healthy thing. So recent news that I read today is in Brazil there is indoor partying where illegally they are doing partying. So idea is to create immunity, not go into alcohol or partying mode or anything like that. Continue to exercise, keep yourself fit, have good food, and follow the precaution. Drinking turmeric tea and going out and flouting the rules, drinking some sort of kataya and saying that, okay, my body is immune, I will not get any disease, that is very stupid and ignorant. Telling that Indians have been drinking rasam, drinking very spicy rasam will give immunity, all that is a bad judgment. I would suggest just follow the rules of wearing the mask and maintaining distance and continue to live a healthy lifestyle is a better way of fighting the disease. Thank you. Back to Table Topic Master.
Wow, that was wonderful sharing your views, Toastmaster Nakul. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the last topic for the day, recently, Iran claims that they had a cyber attack from onto their nuclear facility, and this was from, they claim it is from Israel, and they want to retaliate towards Israel. We from India, should we ignore this, or just kind of what are your views? This topic is to Toastmaster A.K. Prabhakar sir.
Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests.
Yeah.
The day has come when we survive together or we die together. This is the case with nuclear disasters. This happened in Fukushima and Chernobyl, and the places are still in trouble. And recently, Japanese decided that they will release the contaminated water to this sea. What happens to the sea life is something that it may affect for years together. And that's what the global, you think this Mother Earth, planet Earth, is in some sort of a cocoon called the atmosphere. And we are held together as a system. And if you want to understand that as a system, day and night is really, really there every day. We sleep during night, get up during daytime, be awake during that time. And the seasonal changes are there as the planet goes around the sun. And we are held together as a system. And if within this space, the atmosphere gets spoiled because of a nuclear implosion as opposed to explosion, the technique is different. The whole thing is that the atmosphere gets polluted, and lot of children, if you go back in time, the Hiroshima, Nagasaki time bombing, children are born limbless, fetus gets just killed, and the kind of devastation is unimaginable. Today, in the globalized world, the pressures will be brought on to make senses to both Iran and Israel, and its situation will be diffused. I would like to quote here Albert Einstein. He said, in case of next world war with nuclear weapons, human beings will start evolving all over again with not bipedality, but quadrupedality. And even if they evolve at all, they will start fighting the war with bow and arrow, because we are going to be going back to the starting point all over again. Over to Toastmasters.
So, thank you, Toastmaster A.K. Prabhakar sir. That was very interesting views that you have shared. So, with this, we come to the end of table topic session. I thoroughly enjoyed the various speakers sharing their views. Yeah, that was wonderful. So, over to the MC.
That was a sensational session. Wide combination of topics and also responses were beautiful. With this, we have to go for a short break of 5 minutes. Now the time is 7:29. Let us come back by 7:34 minutes.
Hello, Sai Snehal.
Yes, sir, Shrikant.
Yes, Sai Snehal. Sai Snehal, is table topic master slot is open for next meeting?
Table topic for next week. Yes, it is open.
Yeah, I will take it up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sai?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
Is individual evaluator is open? Next.
Yes, sir. It's icebreaker speech. Both of them you can take it, sir.
Okay, then fine. I'll take any one of them.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
Hey, hi, Sai.
Hi, sir.
I may need your help to set up this background here. I'm not able to set it up in Zoom.
Have you logged in, sir? Have you logged into a Zoom account?
Yeah, I logged in and tried to make it virtual setup, a virtual background.
Okay.
It says some green. It doesn't allow if I untick that green background screen or something.
So in the bottom of that same page, you'll find an option called I do not have a green screen, sir. You can just click on it. So it will download an additional software which will help you to set up a virtual background without the green screen.
Maybe I'll call you
Sure,
sometime,
sir.
yeah, so that we can you can help me.
Sure, sir. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Sir, you can do it now itself. Just select you have a green virtual background. At one time it will take that.
No, I tried multiple times yesterday. Looks
Okay.
like something to do further. Maybe it says mission incompatible or something. So let's not lose time here. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
I'll reach you or Sai.
Sai Snehal, sir. You can reach Sai Snehal.
Yeah, I know. I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
Sure. Udank looks a bit relaxed, yeah? You look a bit relaxed now.
Yes, sir, kinda.
Nice, nice.
Now it is 7:34. Can we start? Shall we start? All have come back? Thank you. We come to the final session of the day, the evaluation session. Today's general evaluator is graduate in electrical engineering, working as a design engineer. His hobbies, cooking, traveling, and trekking. Please help me to welcome, with a big round of applause, Toastmaster Shashikant Abhigeri onto the virtual stage.
Thank you, sir, for a wonderful introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters. Today I am a general evaluator for the first time. Okay. The business session started at exactly 6:22 p.m. Let's have another round of claps for Toastmaster Supreet for first runner-up in ISC and Toastmaster Balaji for second runner-up in TT, means Tall Tale contest. Actual meeting started at 6:28 p.m. The sergeant at arms, Toastmaster Rishabh, was exactly bang on the target, and he has very well and introduced the. He was very well explained about the theme, and he was a bit relaxed and comfortable behind the lectern, and the introduction about the president was very good. Let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Rishabh. And we call it as a multiple personality acting president, VPE and PPE for today. Toastmaster Sai Snehal, the acting president. He spoke on the theme very well, and he was very comfortable, and he is doing his multiple roles at the same time with a very good perfection. There is no chances of errors in it, and he's taking it everything very calmly and coolly, and delivering the right thing at a right time in a very accurate manner. He's not hurrying on anything, and keeping his calmness and coolness intact. Let's give a big round of applause to today's acting president, VP, and PP. And the voting lines are open for voting lines are open for individual evaluators. I'm sorry. Voting lines are open. You can select your favorite speaker and table topic speaker, not a individual evaluator. Wait till the individual evaluation completes, and then you can select individual evaluator. Let's move on and have a report of TAPG team, that is timer, accounter, PP evaluator, and grammarian. I request the timer, Toastmaster Sharanya to give a report. Sorry, Toastmaster Sharanya, give a report.
Good evening to one and all present here. We started the meeting at 6:21, which was started by our acting president, Sai Snehal, and he spoke for 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Then Toastmaster Rishabh gave the introduction for 2 minutes 22 seconds. Then Toastmaster Shashikant gave away the minutes of meeting from the previous meeting for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Toastmaster Sai Snehal introduced the MC for 3 minutes and 4 seconds. MC Toastmaster Vijay Upendra introduced the theme for the day for 5 minutes and 15 seconds. First evaluator AK Prabhakar explained the objectives of the project for 1 minute and 20 seconds. First speaker, Toastmaster Varaprasad, spoke for 10 minutes and 1 second. Second evaluator, Toastmaster MU Bhatt, explained the purpose of the project for 1 minute. And second speaker, Toastmaster Udanka, spoke for 10 minutes and 18 seconds. And this first session took almost 1 hour and 6 minutes and 4 seconds. Session 2 started with the table topic. Toastmaster Sai Snehal spoke for 1 minute and 33 seconds. MU Bhatt spoke for 2 minutes and 17 seconds. I spoke for 1 minute and 34 seconds. Toastmaster Vijay Upendra spoke for 1 minute and 32 seconds. Toastmaster Rashmi spoke for 1 minute and 44 seconds. Toastmaster Shashi spoke for 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Toastmaster Balaji spoke for 2 minutes and 1 second. Toastmaster Nakul spoke for 1 minute and 39 seconds. And Toastmaster AK Prabhakar spoke for 2 minutes and 18 seconds. And we had break at 7:29 p.m. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sharanya, for a detailed report of a timer. And you are very comfortable behind the lectern, and just you are very clear about your subject, and so your language fluency is very well. No doubt, as you are a new member, I request you to just go through the procedure of it. Like, you have to explain the role of the timer and sharing the virtual background of a time taken. Yeah, I request you to take up the same role again and do it with a procedure. No doubt you are a very good fluent speaker, but just I think just a missing of a procedure, which the standard Toastmaster speakers, Toastmaster speeches means meetings will have. That's all. Apart from that, you are a very good communicator as well. And moving on to the end, adding that, I request you to to mention your role in before the name, like Toastmaster Sharanya. Sorry, it is Timer Sharanya, like that. Yeah. Moving on to the next, I request our counter Toastmaster Rashmi to give a report.
Good evening, one and all. Myself, our counter Rashmi. I have noted down about the crutch words used in between the speeches. About our first one is our acting president Sai Snehal. His speech was very calm and comfortable. I think the crutch words were very minimal. No need to specify the crutch words. Then about the speaker, Varaprasad sir, so but and you will use in between but and in between your speech. I found that you use but the word frequently. That's what from my side. Then speaker to Danka sir. Sir, you also your speech was very inspirational and motivational for the beginners, and no doubt about your speech. It was very fluent. But whatever I found is you use and so words in between. It will be repeating, and your speech is little fast. Or whatever. You will not pause in between. Apart from that, nothing. Then about Prashant sir, Toastmaster Prashant sir. Sir, whatever I found was you use very, it will use, for every time you'll use first use so just minimize that. Apart from that, nothing. So about MU, but sir, I didn't find any crutch words. It was very good speech, or you are a very good speaker. I cannot evaluate. Then about Sharanya, Sharanya, Toastmaster Sharanya, the timer. So your speech is also very fluent and perfect, and you use in between in your speech. You use more than 5 times. So apart from nothing. Okay. Then so about General Evaluator Shashi sir. So you will use so many times. So and so in, that will give you what the speech will be consist of many hours, and so it will not connect the dots. Sometimes I feel. Then about Toastmaster Balaji, no much crutch words. Nakul and A.K. Prabhakara sir, the crutch words were very minimal. It was 1 or 2 times. Thank you so much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Rashmi. It was a very much detailed and textbook evaluation, like so counter evaluation. I request you to one thing, like after taking up the role, while introduction, you just introduce about your role, about your role a little bit, and you can explain it and rename yourself as a counter Toastmaster Rashmi. That's it. Apart from that, everything is very good and your evaluation is totally awesome. And moving on, I request PPE evaluator Toastmaster Sai Snehal to give his report.
Good evening, everyone. There was no talk about sex, religion, or politics. All the people who wanted to leave the members who have left the meeting have also left a message. And if there was any transition, it was all done in smooth. There was no disturbances. All went according, and it was all smooth. That's it. Thank you, and back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, for your report. I request grammarian Toastmaster Nakul to give his evaluation.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Shashi. The word of the day, ebullient, was used by one Toastmaster, Mr. Varaprasad sir. There were very good usage of different words. I want to list them right now. Good usage of words, precise, systematic, conscious, imbibe, curious, flourish, retaliate. Not so good phrases were more broader way could have been spoken as broader ways. Not that tough could have been not very tough. Not much familiar could have been not familiar. That's it for today. Thank you. Back to you, General Evaluator Shashi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nakul, for a crispy evaluation of the grammarian role. Give a big round of applause for all the tag team, like TAPG team. And moving on to the first session, I request individual evaluators of the speaker one, Toastmaster Varaprasad, to give, Toastmaster DTM Yamibar sir to give his evaluation.
It's DTM AKP.
Sorry. So it is DTM AK Prabhakar sir to give his evaluation report.
It has been a comedy of errors, and I have to read out the evaluation sheet once, evaluation pro forma once again, because in the agenda, the leadership styles was supposed to be the one the speaker was supposed to speak about, but actually it was a mistake, and it was about communication styles that he spoke, and that is what is to be evaluated. I received the evaluation sheet as the speech was closed. I realized there is some mistake. So I read out the first two lines of the evaluation, and that need not have to be considered as part of the evaluation timing. This I have to do that as per certain norms. So purpose of this speech, I'll read out. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of his or her style on others. So against these two points, I will be evaluating this speech, and it is about communication styles, not leadership styles, as I spoke about in the initial part before he started speaking. It's about the speech was started very well, I would say. He drew the attention through one of the Kannada classic proverbs, Uta Ballavanige Rogavilla and Matu Ballavanige Jagalavilla. That is, the person who knows how to speak, talk, he doesn't have much of a quarrel with other person. And the same is true for a person who knows what food to eat, and he eats right, he will not have any illness or disease. This is very well brought out as it's a very good attention grabbing opening, because he was talking about communication styles. And he talked about different styles of leadership initially, and then he took us through two different examples from his own life, where he had to face some problems associated with the communication styles, the way he wanted to communicate, way the other person was communicated, and communicating her problem, and how he overcame through different means, and realized that his other person, senior or project manager, he had his own approach. Perhaps if they were to be aware of different style of leadership, things would have been better. It could have been solved differently. That's what he was trying to drive as an idea in this speech. And he also spoke generally about different styles of communication: direct, initiative, analytical, and supportive. I acronymed myself in order to remember that as DIAS, D-I-A-S, direct, initiative, analytical, and supportive. So the way he went about doing that, he did a reasonably good job, I would say. If he had rehearsed, prepared better, he would have projected himself much better. He's very, very competent person. I know that. He picks up topics, he picks up the right kind of way to express that, meeting the requirement. What it required was, if you see the evaluation sheet, clarity and so many things, eye contact, vocal variety, whole lot of stuff that he could have incorporated. More than the clarity, all this eye contact was there. Then vocal variety he could have brought by incorporating dialogue between boss and subordinate. At the end, he was aware of the audience, that what perhaps we expect from him. And to that extent, the topic was interesting. But the value could have been much more if he had brought in the idea of gestures and body language. And additionally, body language gestures is more or less, it's about the same thing. But the vocal variety brings in the impact. He can incorporate that by incorporating conversation or dialogue into the process. But the opening body conclusion was in place. He can only progress from one project to another, becoming better and better speaker in the process. I feel he did a reasonably good job. All the best for the speaker. Over to Master Semnis, or the general evaluator. Over to general evaluator, Shashi.
Thank you, Pragat sir, for a detailed evaluation, and I think no need to add more to it. Just my small suggestion is to Toastmaster Varaprasad is renaming himself as a speaker 1, and the eye contact to the camera. So it will be better if you look at a camera once 2 to 3 seconds after that. So it will create an impact that we are watching everyone here in a virtual, but it's difficult in a virtual stage. But if you add it, it will be better thing, I feel. But rest of the thing is his speech is very good and he delivered it very well. Let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Varaprasad and DTM A.K. Prabhakara sir. And moving on to the speaker 2, Toastmaster Udanka, I request individual evaluator DTM MU Bhatt sir to give his evaluation report.
Grab every opportunity available and utilize it to the 100%. If you work at the opportunity will work for you. What a way to conclude a really powerful speech, concluding his whole journey in Toastmasters. Wonderful job done, Udanka, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and Udanka in particular. One thing, let me just tell you what exactly the project calls for. The project actually is about the member is supposed to demonstrate his or her skill as a leader and a public speaker and share some aspect of his or her experience in completing the project. In both the counts, Udanka, you come up trumps. You've done a really, really wonderful job. I really like the way you even organized your speech with a powerful opening, talking about perfection, pursuit of perfection, concluded about a grabbing of opportunity, and body allowing the two things what you brought about. One thing is about your leadership and communication style you're demonstrated in action. The two things you brought up beautifully well was, one is about your role as the area director and how you conducted that area contest. And in every, like any project, the proof of pudding is in the eating. Ultimately, how well you conduct this with a lot of things go in the background also. You know, and there are crises are bound to happen. So you even explained how you overcome certain obstacles, like how there was a last minute change of, the judge opting out, and you have to fix up a new judge, and how you manage the crisis. This is the crux of leadership, how you manage a crisis. And you are demonstrated with example. That's really wonderful. Then again, you talked about your how you enlist the support of others. You enlisted the support of Sai Snehal in organizing that speech, although he was not involved directly. But that is how the leadership counts, how you enlist the support of like-minded persons to help you out. Wonderful job done. And then you explained about your role as a, how did you were motivated and inspired to take up the Toastmaster journey. And how you, the Triple Crown Award, which was, your pushed by your mentor, Sridevi, that motivated you, and ultimately you went on to complete the project. And I'm sure you are probably, if not the first, of course, you are the first Toastmaster in our club doing the DTM in Pathways. And you may not be the fastest because you took about 18 months, I think, which is even then from all standards, because I took 20 years to do my DTM. You did it in 18 months. So there's a different story. But definitely, you are definitely the youngest Toastmaster to complete becoming a DTM. That's what I feel, because you are not even 23, if I'm right. So that's one thing. And you concluded your speech so powerfully about the opportunity and how the opportunity will work for you. Overall, I feel you brought about, demonstrated succinctly about your leadership and communication in the speech, which is really calls for. It was, I feel it was a fitting finale to your DTM journey. You explained it so wonderfully. The speech really calls for actually what the project guideline says. The members should strive to achieve exemplary ratings on every evaluation criteria, like body language, voice modulation, and all. I feel that you have attempted successfully all these criteria and done a wonderful job. At the same time, it is a Toastmaster is a continuous journey. I believe that exemplary status also is a ideal which you have to try in course of time in every speech you make. If you don't give speech for 3 weeks, you fall behind. So it is a continuous journey. That's why even after 23 years, I continue to be the Toastmaster, and I continue to take part in giving speeches and all that. So that is very important. But one thing is, all I can say is you have concluded, and you have been motivational and inspirational to not only our members but to the Toastmasters at large for doing that as the youngest Toastmaster, completing in the record time. Exactly. Congratulations for that, and take up, continue to do the good work and keep giving good speeches. And I wish you all the best. All I can give you is a standing ovation for completing your distinguished Toastmaster criteria. Back to you, General Evaluator.
That was a wonderful evaluation, and congratulations, Toastmaster Udanka, for completing your DTM journey. And give a big round of applause to speaker and the evaluators. And so voting lines are open, and in the chat screen the link is present, so you can select your favorite speaker, table topic speaker, and the evaluators. Now moving on to the next session, that is table topic session. The table topic master was very interactive today, and his topics was very wide, and he has covered all types of topics, and he was conducted the session very well, and his topics contains and his topics were very easy, that everyone can give a 2-minute response on it. And just I want to add one thing here, is that introduction about the table topic session before the session start, that was kind of missing here. And next thing is the keep the topics short, or else if the topics are much larger, just share the screen and use the topic. That's a small suggestion from my end, but rest of the things are amazing. You did a wonderful job, Toastmaster Prashant. Let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Prashant. Moving on to the Master of Ceremony role, Vijay Upendra sir. So introduction on the theme was very good, and the selection on the theme was very well. And his introduction on the speaker was very brilliant, and he introduced each speaker very well. And he spoke on the theme very good. Just I want to add one thing here, that the claps, means the applause after the speaker's speech completes. That was, if you add that thing, that will be bit good here. Rest of the things are awesome. And give a big round of applause for Master of Ceremony today, Vijay Upendra sir. I think I have completed everything. And back to Master of Ceremony of Vijay Upendra sir.
As a debutant general evaluator, you have done a wonderful job. Keep it up. Do that many times, though, so that you will get the perfection of it. Good luck to you. Lots of learning in the meeting. I enjoyed the meeting thoroughly today. Now is the time to hand over charge back to the acting president, Sai Snehal Reddy. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, for that seamless Master of Ceremonies role today. And also Toastmaster Sharanya and Toastmaster Shashikant for taking up the roles for the first time. I think also Toastmaster Prashant has taken up the table topics for the first time. So kudos to them. Keep taking up more roles. It helps me to motivate, work harder. So we had a very great, insightful speeches today. One about communication style and one about leadership style by Toastmaster Varaprasad and Udang. So it was a really great meeting today. Now coming to the winners of today's meeting, the best speaker for the day goes to the president of Mekon Communication Club, who finishes with a bang his DTM journey. Please give him a big round of applause. The best table topic speaker goes to a person who told us, just because one sport is high, we should not understand that the other sports are just brought down because of that one thing. Toastmaster Balaji. And the best evaluator goes to the person who evaluated the best speaker for today, DTM MU Bud. Congratulations to all the winners. With this, we come to the end of meeting number 1106. Thank you. Quick photo before we leave.
Sai, you there? Wait, just give me a minute. I'll take it, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.